A lot of people.
Yep.
I'm here, Chef.
They're great. Oh, there's Alejandro. Okay. All right. There's Beyonce too. All right, guys.
It's a hot one out here today.
It's who?
It's a hot one out here today.
Our. Who's our?
No, it's a hot one out here.
Yep. It's gonna get hotter. It's summertime. All right, so let's get the show started. We're on week 5. That means you got 2 weeks left before the end of this block. Those of you guys who are missing any makeup work, be advised this Thursday is your very last day that any makeup will be allowed to be turned in. Not Friday, not Saturday, not Sunday, and not next week. Those of you guys who have turned makeup work in, it has already been entered and your attendance has been adjusted. Okay. Yes, Joe. Yours been adjusted, yours been entered too, okay? So any makeup work needs to be submitted no later than Thursday, okay? You submit it Friday, sorry guys, train is gone. It's out of here, okay? So makeup work needs to be submitted Thursday, this Thursday, not Friday, right?
Heard, Chef.
Also too, okay, your knowledge conversion quizzes. Hopefully I'm going to wake up most of you guys who will have your camera off, okay, because I'm going to put you on the spot right now. There you go, okay. On the screen is what you're missing on the knowledge conversion quizzes, okay? If you do not see your name on this list, that means you got them all completed. If you do not complete your knowledge conversion quizzes, Carlos, Alana, Beyonce, and Jamar, you're missing all of them. Your grade average will drop tremendously. I will put in a 0 on Friday when I sit down and go over the knowledge conversion quizzes. They close Friday. I wouldn't wait till Friday. It's a 3-day weekend. I will get them knocked out before Thursday because Friday I'm gonna go in there, and if you're not taking them, a 0 will go in its place. You guys get it? Understand?
Heard, Chef.
Yes, sir.
Heard, Chef.
That's Kevin. That's Elijah. That's Michael. Beyonce, you with us? Or you out mowing the lawn? Carlos, Kayla, Alejandro, Ileana, Lenaya, Sergio. I hear nothing back and nothing but crickets.
I'm here, Chef.
Okay. Your name was not up there, right, Miss Kayla?
For the conversion quizzes?
Right.
No, it wasn't.
That means you got them all completed. The rest of you, again, that training is gone after Friday. You'll get a 0 and you will not get a chance to open it. A lot of students ask, Chef, can you open it? No, they were open for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. You had 5 weeks to take those tests, those quizzes. If you don't take them, that's on you, okay? If you've taken those quizzes before Friday, Elijah, what happens if you complete all those 1 through 6 knowledge conversion quizzes Friday? What happens after that?
Did you ask me, Chef?
Yes.
Oh, you get extra credit, 10 points.
Bingo. If you complete the knowledge conversion quizzes before they close, you get 10 extra credits on your grade. Those are you guys who need them. And I know it's a lot of you guys here who need those 10 extra credits. That's an incentive for taking the knowledge conversion quizzes. Making myself clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
Chef.
It's like talking to a wall here, man. Might as well talk to my window right
Heard,
here.
Chef.
You know, see, no cameras on, nothing. Disrespect. That's disrespectful, guys.
I would like to say that my uniform is in the wash. So,
25 points. You don't
Yes.
earn it.
yes, I understand.
I'm in the kitchen now.
So let us begin. That's out of the way. You know where you stand. If I were you, I'd take a look at your overall grade and get makeup work turned in. Okay. Some of you guys are not going to pass this class. Some of you guys will fail this class. If you fail this class, you're going to have to pay another fee to retake this class. And it's not going to be online anymore. It's going to be on grounds. Because this is the last block that online is going to be offered due to the pandemic. Okay. And moving forward, those of you guys who fall behind in your grade and need to do makeup work before you get dismissed or get a probation, whatever the case is, makeup work is another extra fee to take makeup work. Right now, there's no fee to take any makeup work, right? All you gotta do is submit your work, pictures of it, right? Along with the production sheets. Next block, that is not going to be the case, guys. All these little freebies are going away. So be aware that if you have makeup work to be turned in, turn it in now. And next block, don't miss any days because it's going to cost you out of pocket. And if you do fail this class, it's going to cost out of pocket as well too. Okay. So that's reality, guys. I'm not trying to beat up on you guys, just the way it is. And I'm just trying to give you a heads up. You got a week left, actually 4 days, to bring your grades up. Your grades. Okay. You're the one responsible for them. Okay. Any questions on that subject?
No, Chef, all good on my end.
Okay.
No, Chef.
All right, let's get started. We got 4 days to cover. I might cover Friday as well too. Just realize that Friday we have no class. Okay, we have no class Friday. So it's a 4-day week this week, all right? Let's get going with the newsletter for this week. Okay, let's get that out of the way. We get one more in this block. That's Monday, and that is it. And then you go out to your next block. Okay. Again, reminder: no school this Friday. Okay. Don't try to log in on Zoom. I'm not going to be on Zoom. I'm going to be quite busy taking care of my yard. Okay. Yes, I will mow my lawn, but I'm not going to be logged in with no camera on. Okay. No school this Friday in honor of Juneteenth. We celebrate Juneteenth this Friday, guys. All right. So have a safe and happy 3-day weekend. Stay hydrated. Don't be out in the sun too long. If you do, cover yourself and take care of yourselves. All right. And again, that's your holiday calendar. Next one up is June 28th through July 2nd is your summer break. And then classes resume on Monday, July 5th. Most of you guys will go to Jeanette's and then you'll head on to From the Table. That's your last kitchen block. Okay. And there we go. That's the rest of the year here. Okay. Special food days for June 14th to the 20th. June 14th, National Strawberry Shortcake Day. When is that? Today, National Strawberry Shortcake Day. June 15th, National Lobster Cannoli and Gin Day. That's tomorrow. Those of you guys who like to drink gin and juice. June 16th, National Fudge Day. Fudgesicles. June 17th.
Chef, I have a question.
Answer.
Can you go back to the days off so I can take a picture real quick?
Yep.
Thank you so much.
June 17, National Apple Strudel Day. I know my strudel didn't come out right. I know some of you guys strudel didn't come out right either. So I'm gonna have to go to the store and buy one. June 18th, Juneteenth, that's Friday. National Sushi Day. Yes, I am gonna go get some sushi on that Friday. I love my sushi. That's my favorite dish. Okay, along with some sake. Warm sake, that is. June 19th, National Martini Day. June 20th, National Vanilla Milkshake Day. Okay. Again, the stadium is looking for cooks. Starting pay is $15 an hour. Contact Ms. Ann Derrick. Okay. Bellingham Metro, if you ride the Metro, offering free services Sunday through Sunday, July 14th. Each Saturday and Sunday through Sunday, July 14th. What else? Free industry training certification. Also, you guys who need to take your ServSafe, retake your ServSafe, we'll take it the first time. Or you want to get TABC certified, that's where to go to. Okay. Jars and Meats Cups, guys. So all of you guys who are on hybrid with me, bring your drink cups. Don't ask for cups to drink water. There will be no more. Okay. So if you can afford a smartphone, you can afford a general store, a $1.99 or 99 store bottle of water. Okay. So bring your bottle to drink water. Okay. We have ice. We got a water dispenser, but you gotta need to bring your bottle. Reminder on hybrid class, you guys should be all over this every single day when you come on campus. Daily wellness check at the station form every single day. Mask mandatory. Again, I wear my mask. I take it up when I'm trying to taste food or drink some beverage, but trying to keep it on as much as possible. Yes, it is hot in the kitchen, but in the true industry, in reality, kitchens are going to be hot. Okay, it must be on time. Like I said, especially in this block. If you're 10 minutes late, stay home. Don't even come to campus because we are so run 100 miles an hour. If you come 15, 20 minutes late, you're gonna be really behind. Okay, and have your proper uniform. I do have one apron on my car that I keep just in case, but don't count on it. Bring your own. Okay, I don't have any hats. Uniform policies, you guys know the drill. No hat, no apron, no chef's coat, no shoes, no jackets, no pants. You don't come into class. Okay. What else? Remember to check your emails, especially coming from Chef Robin, okay? And respond as soon as possible. Portal issues, if you do have some, that's who to call and email to go to. Tutoring, again, it's available for you guys who might need tutoring. Talk Campus is as an app on your phone. You can download it and talk to somebody 24/7. Hulu, $1.99 to get Hulu, okay? You change your address or phone number or whatever the case is, that's the website to go to and update it. Let me get out of this window. Okay. Local resources, you guys know all about it. If you're having some issues, that's where to call. Okay. Again, financial aid questions and by your account. There's no more staff is being sent out, so that will stop last block. Key facts about COVID-19 vaccination, guys. If you are if you're going to go next block into your kitchen, might be a wise idea to get your shot because you're going to be in a kitchen with other students who might not have their shot taken or get take it. So might be a good good thing to go take a shot. Okay, we're not saying you should. It's up to your decision, but we're going back to campus next block. No more online. Okay. What else? Again, City of Austin, you can call that number and then schedule your COVID-19 shot. Okay. How to utilize bleach to disinfect. Ms. Ann Derrick, she actually has a message now. Tuesday talk, the 3 E's for career services, employment, externship, and expectations workshop. All students are cordially invited to participate in the 3 E's of Escoffier's career services. It's tomorrow, Tuesday, June 15, 3 p.m. That's our time. So, I wish you can set up for a different time. Okay. What else? Featured employers. The Heel and Boot, Southern Italian food located at 610 North Interstate 35. Looking to fill a few cooks to assist with catering in the food truck in downtown Austin. If you're interested in Southern Italian cuisine, please send your resume and interest to Chef Vito Rossini at info@theheeloftheboot.com. Salt and Thyme, Austin's first butcher shop committed to sourcing whole animals directly from Texas ranchers, is looking for a line cooks and prep cooks located at 1912 East 7th Street, Austin. Please send your resume to info at Salt and Dime. Okay? You want to expand your butchering skills. Also hiring Nervous Charlie's, looking for an AM baker and breakfast and lunch cook, making bagels and bagel sandwiches. Nervous Charlie located at 5501 North Lamar, possibly close to campus. Makoko hiring their East Austin location, prep cooks, line cooks, and a chef. Okay. Clark's Oyster Bar, 1200 West 6th Street, downtown Austin, is hiring PM Lee line cook and PM satay cook. Kalahari Resorts is also hiring in Round Rock. Okay. Quote of the week: grant me courage to serve others, for in service there is true life. Cesar Chavez. You guys know who Cesar Chavez is? Anyone?
No, I've heard of that name. Though. Just haven't really done research on him.
He was a true advocate for workers in the fields, in the farms. It was their voice. Just for fun. Looks to be some kind of menu. All right, trivia, food for thought. Let me open up the chat, see who wants to write the numbers down. Okay. Here we go. What is on this tree? Beetles used for food dye, coffee beans, olives, grapes, or cocoa beans?
What is on that tree? What the heck? Olives.
1.
One? Okay.
3.
I see one. What else? Kayla said 1.
3.
What do you say?
3.
3 olives? What else? What does it look like on the street? Maybe it's infested with those roly-polies you see on the garden, right? I don't know. Looks weird. 2. Joe said 2. We got beetles, coffee beans, and olives. Okay.
I say 3 too.
3 olives. All right, let's take a look at the answer. What is on this tree? Number 1, beetles used for food dye? Could be. 2, coffee beans? Could be. 3 olives? Could be. 4 grapes? I don't know, right? 5 cocoa beans. Okay. The answer is grapes. This is the jabuticaba, for Brazilian grape tree, a slow-growing tree that reaches about 42 feet foot in height. It is calliferous, meaning fruits and flowers grow directly from the stems. The purple fruit with its grape-like flavor can be eaten raw in jellies, jams, juice, or wine. The skins contain a lot of tannins and are bitter, but are used medicinally to treat issues like coughing up, blood, dysentery, and asthma. Tannins is when you drink a glass of red wine and it keeps your mouth dry. Okay? Tannins. That is the answer to that question. All right. Let's get rolling. We got a few days to cover. Okay. First things first, let's go to India. Okay. India, we're going to India tomorrow, guys. We're going to cook some Indian cuisine tomorrow. Okay, here we go. India, a little brief history and some fun facts. Okay. Brief history of India. India is a large country and there's a lot of different cuisines, just like Thailand and China. Okay. India's culture is among the world's oldest civilization. In India began about 4,500 years ago. Many sources describe it as a Sapratham Sanskriti Vishvavara, the first and the supreme culture of the world, according to All World Gayatri Padawi Organization, or AWGP. Western society does not always see the culture of India very favorably. According to Christian De Rossi, anthropologist at Barnet and Southgate College, London, early anthropologists once considered culture as an evolutionary process, and every aspect of human development was seen as driven by the evolution. She told the Live Science in this view. Societies outside Europe or North America, societies that did not follow European or Western way of life, were considered primitive and cultural interior. Essentially, this included all the colonized countries and people such as African countries, India, and the Far East. However, Indians made significant advances of architecture, the Taj Mahal, mathematics, the invention of zero, and medicine, Ayurveda, and today India is a very diverse country with more than 1.2 billion people, according to the CIA World Fact Book, making the second most populous nation after China. Different regions have their own distinctive cultures. Language, religion, food, and the arts are just some of the various aspects of Indian culture. Okay, language. India has about 28 states and 7 territories. According to the World Health Organization, there is no official language in India. According to the Gujarat High Court ruling in 2010, through Hindi is the official language of the government. The Constitution of India officially recognizes 3 official languages. Many people living in India write in the Bengali script. In fact, it's a misconception that majority of people in India speak Hindi. Through many people speak Hindi in India, 59% of India residents speak something other than Hindi. According to the Times of India, Bengali, Telugu, Marathi, Tamil, and Urdu are some of the languages spoken in the country. Sanskrit, an ancient Indo-European language usually referred to in action movies, came from northern India. How the language started has been a point of argument amongst linguistics. It shares many similarities with English, French, Farsi, and Russian languages. New DNA research in 2017 found that Aryan invasion may have introduced the beginnings of Sanskrit. People have been debating the arrival of the Indo-European languages in India for hundreds of years, said study co-author Martin Richards, an archaeogenetist at the University of Huddersfield in England. There's been a very long running debate about whether the Indo-European languages were brought from immigration from outside, which is what most linguistics would accept if they would evolve indigenously, okay? Religion, now, what does all this have to do with food? You will see in a minute, okay? India is identified as the birthplace of Hinduism and Buddhism, the 3rd and 4th largest religions. About 84% of the population identifies as Hindu, according to the Handbook of Research, Development and Religion, edited by Matthew Clark. Okay, there are many variations of Hinduism in 4 predominant sects: Shaiva, Vaishnava, Shakta, and Smarta. About 13% of Indians are Muslims, making it one of the largest Islamic nations in the world. Christians and Sikhs make up a small percentage of the population, and there are a few Buddhists and Jains, according to the handbook. CIA cited similar figures according to its World Fact Book. About 80% of the population is Hindu, 14.2% is Muslim, 2.3% is Christian, 1.7% is Sikh, and 2% is unspecified. So Muslim means that they don't eat pork, right? Food, okay? When the Mughal Empire invaded during the 16th century, they left a significant mark on the Indian cuisine. According to the Texas A&M University, Indian cuisine is also influenced by many other countries. It is known for its large assortment of dishes and its liberal use of herbs and spices. Cooking styles vary from region to region. Wheat, basmati, and pulses with chana, Bengal gram, are important staples of the Indian diet. The food is rich with curries and spices, including ginger, coriander, cardamom, turmeric, dried hot peppers, and cinnamon, among others. Chutneys, thick condiments of spreads made from assorted fruits and vegetables such as tamarind and tomatoes, and mint, cilantro, and other herbs are used generally in Indian cooking. Many Hindus are vegetarian, but lamb and chicken are common in main dishes for non-vegetarians. The Guardian reports that between 20% and 40% of India's population is vegetarian. Much of Indian food is eaten with fingers or bread used as utensils. There's a wide array of breads served with meals, including naan, which is something like a pizza, a leavened oven-baked flatbread, and batura, a fried, fluffy flatbread common in North India, eaten with a chickpea curry. Indian cuisine reflects an 8,000-year-old history. Various groups and cultures interacted with the Indian subcontinent, leading to diversity of flavors and regional cuisines found in modern India. Later trade with British and Portuguese influence added to the already diverse Indian cuisine. Antiquity. Early diet in India mainly consisted of legumes, vegetables, fruits, grains, dairy products, and honey. Staple foods eaten today include variety of lentils, dal, whole wheat flour, atta, rice and pearl millet, bajra, which has been cultivated in the Indian subcontinent since 6200 BCE. Over time, segments of the population embraced vegetarianism, which the Samra movement, while the equitable climate permitted a variety of fruits, vegetables, and grains to be grown throughout the year. A food classification system that categorizes any item as Sattvic and Rajasic and Tamasic developed in yoga tradition. The Bhagavad Gita prescribes certain dietary practices. Consumption of beef is a taboo. They don't eat beef. Okay? Due to cows being considered sacred in Hinduism, beef is generally not eaten by Hindus in India, except for Kerala, parts of the southern Tamil Nadu, and the northeast India. Okay, yeah, they don't eat beef. Ingredients: staple foods of the Indian cuisine include pearl millet, bajra, rice, whole wheat flour, and a variety of lentils such as masoor, most of them red lentils, pigeon peas, black gram, mung beans. Lentils may be used whole, dehusked, for example. Duhuli, moong, and duhuli urad, or split lentils or dal are used extensively. Some pulses with chana or klai, chickpeas, kidney beans, black eyed peas are very common, especially in northern regions. Chana and moong are also processed into flour for besan. Many Indian dishes often cook in vegetable oil, but peanut oil is popular in western India. Mustard oil is in eastern India, and coconut oil is along the western coast, especially in Kerala and parts of southern Tamil Nadu. Gingerly, sesame oil is common in the south, since it imparts fragrant, nutty aromas. In recent decades, sunflower, safflower, cottonseed, and soybean oils have become popular across India. Hydrogenated vegetable oils known as Vanaspati ghee, okay, is another popular cooking medium. Butter-based ghee or deshi ghee is used frequently. So Indian used a lot of clarified butter, which is called ghee. Okay, it's called ghee. Is used frequently. Many types of meat are used for Indian cooking, but chicken and mutton tend to be the most commonly consumed meats. Fish and beef consumption are prevalent in some parts of India, but they're not widely consumed except coastal area. The most important and frequently used spices and flavorings in Indian cuisine are whole or powdered chili pepper, introduced by the Portuguese from Mexico in the 16th centuries. Black mustard seed, cardamom, cumin, turmeric, asafoetida, ginger, coriander, and garlic. One popular spice make is garam masala. Part of that typically includes 7 dried spices in a particular ratio, including black cardamom, cinnamon, clove, cumin, black peppercorns, coriander seeds, and anise star. Each color region has a distinctive garam masala blended. Individually, chefs may also have their own. Godam masala is comparable through sweet spice mix popular in Maharashtra. Some leaves commonly used for flavoring include bay leaves, coriander leaves, fenugreek leaves, and mint leaves. The use of curry leaves and roots for flavoring is typically oguhari in the South Indian cuisine. Swedish is often seasoned with cardamom, saffron, nutmeg, and rose petal essence, as well as the north and the east. Okay. So a lot of spices. Let me throw in a chat here, okay, just so you guys can read. Okay.
You said rose petal, Chef?
Yep. There we go. So you got some message in the chat. An overview of India's regional cuisine. Although it's common for Indian restaurants to present dishes as part of a uniform nationalized cuisine, in actuality, the food of India is a regionally specific and diverse of its population. These cuisines are heavily influenced by India's history, conquerors, trade partners, and the religious cultural practices of its populace. A little background on the commonalities and differences between India's regional cuisines can turn your next Indian meal into an exhilarating and deeply gratifying adventure. And let me tell you guys, while their food is so aromatic, the spices that they use, you will see like tomorrow on the matar pula and the aloo gobi. Man, it's so full of flavor, okay? Common culinary threads in Indian cuisine. Although Indian cuisine is highly regional specific, there are certain common threads that unite the different culinary practices. Indian cuisine throughout the nation is highly dependent on curries, which are gravy-like sauce or stew-like dishes with meat, vegetables, or cheese. Although the particular spice mixtures, degree of liquidity, and ingredients are determined by the regional preference. Indian cuisine is generally also very dependent on rice, although southern India, Indian regions use rice more heavily than other areas. As regional cuisines are reliant on pulses or legumes, Indian cuisine uses perhaps the greater variety of pulses than any other world cuisine. Red lentils, Bengal gram, pigeon peas or yellow gram, black gram or green gram are used whole, split or ground to flour and diverse number of Indian dishes. Dal or split of whole legumes add creaminess to dishes that don't use dairy and protein or to vegetarian diet. Perhaps the most defining characteristic of Indian cuisine is the diversity of its use of spices. Indian spice mixes often use upwards up to 5 different spices. And we thought, George spice had about 20,000 ingredients, right? Chili pepper, black mustard seed, cumin, turmeric, fenugreek, ginger, garlic, cardamom, cloves, coriander, cinnamon, nutmeg, saffron, rose petal essence, and a saffetora powder, a spice that has an overly strong scent when raw, but imparts a delightful flavor akin to sauteed onions and garlic when cooked. All used frequently in various combinations. Garam masala is a popular mix. Cardamom, cinnamon, clove, all with additional spices varying according to the region and personal recipe. Mint, coriander, fenugreek leaves over their pungent, herby flavors in dishes throughout India. The culinary impact of the trade is evident in India's cuisine, with specific regions and dishes bearing the mark of the foreign influence. India's spices were highly coveted by Arab and European traders. In exchange, India received many goods that generally greatly influenced its culinary tradition. Portuguese traders brought New World imports like tomatoes, potatoes, and chilies, which have become deeply integrated into Indian dishes. Arab traders brought coffee and a saffetora powder. India's period of conquest have also greatly shaped the development of its cuisines. Mughal conquerors who occupied India between the early 1500s and late 1600s infused India's culinary tradition with Persian flavors and practices. The effect is notable in the use of cream and butter in sauces, the presence of meat and nuts in dishes, especially in dishes like biryanis. Oh man, I love my biryani. Samosas, oh yeah, and pulaus, which draw heavily on the Persian cuisine. Although British control of India introduced soup and tea to the country, had little impact on its cuisine. The colonial absorption of Indian cuisine into British culture, however, has deeply affected the translation of Indian food abroad. Chicken tikka masala, popular dish from many Indian menus, is in fact an Anglo-Indian creation and is commonly known as Britain's true national dish. Even Western concepts of India, curry, the term is applied to multiple gravy and stew-like dishes, derived from the British interpretation of Indian cuisine. Curry powder is also British creation, blend of Indian spices that are originally paired together by colonial cooks. India's population is highly diverse, with cultural identities heavily influenced by religious and regional particularities. Ayurvedic teachings emphasizing equilibrium between mind, body, and spirit have exerted an influence over the Indian cuisine in general, dictating ingredient pairings and cooking practices. While this philosophy is common influence throughout Indian cuisine, the ways in which Ayurvedic food rules are applied to differ according to religion and regional culture. Approximately 1/3 of India's population is vegetarian, dictated by their Hindu, Jain, or Buddhist faiths. Consequently, a significant portion of India's dishes throughout the country as without meat. Additional religious beliefs affect other dietary restrictions that shape India's cuisine. Hindu followers abstain from beef because cattle is sacred in its faith, while Muslims believe pork to be unclean and never eat it. Delicious pork. Depending on the dominant religious beliefs of a region, the cuisine in a particular area may omit certain ingredients to comply with the religious laws. Northern Indian cuisine, perhaps the most prevalent culinary style food found outside India. Northern Indian cuisine reflects a strong Mughal influence. It is characterized by high use of dairy, milk, paneer, and Indian mild cheese or ghee, clarified butter, and yogurt, all used regularly in northern dishes. Samosas, fried pastries stuffed with potatoes and occasionally meat, are a distinct northern snack. Clay ovens known as tandoors are popular in the north, giving dishes like tandoori chicken and naan bread, and then distinct charcoal flavor. A significant number of northern dishes make a regular appearance of Indian menus. Dal or paneer makhani are popular vegetarian dishes consisting of dal or paneer cooked in a creamy sauce or tomatoes, onions, mango powder, and garam masala. Sag paneer and palak paneer are two similar dishes made with spinach, cream, and paneer. Differing slightly in consistency and spices. Korma, another menu staple of northern India, is a creamy curry coconut milk with yogurt, cumin, coriander, and small amounts of cashews or almonds. It can be served as a different meats, usually chicken or lamb, but sometimes beef, as well as paneer and vegetarian dish. Paneer tastes like cardboard. We have it in the dry storage, Elijah. It's back there for the cheeses. And it's like a big old block of white cheese, but it's got no flavor, none. Western India cuisine is distinguished by the geographic historical particulars of its three main regions, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Goa. Maharashtra's coastal locations are responsible for its fish and coconut milk dominant cuisine. Gujarati cuisine is mostly vegetarian and has an underlying sweetness to many of its dishes due to its Chinese influence. Since the dry climate of this region produces smaller vegetables, this region is well known for its chutneys, which are a popular Indian condiment that is cooked. Cooked. Fresh or pickled vegetables and fruits are in sweet, sour, and spicy flavors. Goa acted as a major trade port of the colony Portugal, resulting in a distinctive, unique blend of Indian and Portuguese culinary elements. Goan cuisine uses pork with beef, and beef greater in frequency than other regional cuisines in India. Vinegar is also characteristic ingredient in Goan cuisine, another result of Portuguese influence. The prevalence of coconut milk, coconut paste, and fish in Goan cuisine results in the coastal locations. Vindaloo is a traditional Goan dish that is an Indian restaurant mainstay. Its name derives from the binho de alho, a Portuguese marinade consisting of primarily garlic, wine, vinegar, and chilies. Eastern Indian cuisine is primarily known for its desserts. These desserts are not often favored by other regions in India, but are frequently found in Indian restaurants. The light sweetness making an excellent finale to a meal. Rasgulla is a popular sweet treat consisting of semolina and cheese curd, chena, balls that are boiled in a light sugar syrup. Eastern dishes favor mustard seeds, poppy seeds, and mustard oil, giving its dishes a light pungency. Rice and fish also feature prominent in Eastern cuisine. Overall, Eastern dishes are more lightly spiced than those from the other regions. Southern India is not typically found in many Indian restaurants' menus and differs greatly from the other regions. Its curries contrast differently from their textures and can typically be categorized according to the dry consistency, or those favoring a more soupy or stew-like presentation. Porial's dry curries consisting of a variety of vegetables and spices accompany rice dishes, sambars, rasams, and kuttus. Three common stew-like dishes each differ their primary ingredients and degrees of liquidity. Sambars are essentially tamarind-flavored pea and vegetable stews that are more watery than the curries from other regions, but are thicker than rasams. Rasams are more similar to soups in their consistency and are composed primarily of tomato, tamarind, and a myriad of spices. Kuttus are more similar to curries found in other regions, but rather than being creamy like the dairy-based curries in the north, kuttus get their consistency from boiled lentils. Aside from the curry dishes, Southern India cuisine is known for its tasty fried griddle cooked snacks. Dosas, consisting of a large crepe-like rice pancake, usually filled with vegetables, chutneys, or masala curries. Uttappams are similar to dosas, but are thicker with the filling sprinkled on top like pizza. Italy's cevadas are fried delicacies similar to savory donuts that are served as accompaniments to sambars and rasams. Apart from the restaurants that specifically serve Southern Indian cuisine, the only South Indian food is frequently found in Indian restaurants are papadams, and the fried crispy rice, cracked usually spiced with black peppercorns. So here's some of the top 10 best dishes in India you must try. Here we go. Butter chicken. Butter chicken or makan murg in Hindi is one of the most popular Indian dishes. Makan in Hindi stands for butter and murg means chicken. So butter chicken, makan murg, which literally translates to butter chicken. Initially originating in the northern Indian state of Punjabi, butter chicken features beautifully cooked chicken mixed with tomato, curry sauce, resulting in the popular curry that has gained international fame. Butter chicken was first invented by accident by the Moti Mahal restaurant in New Delhi. When leftover chicken pieces were mixed with leftover sauce, this dish is enjoyed with naan, roti, or even with rice. Butter chicken. Dal tadka is also a very popular Indian dish. It has not only garnered domestic fame, but also international fame. Dal tadka was originally made with burnt charcoal to give the smoky flavor, but since it has changed to be one of the most simple dishes in the world, making dal tadka is a simple process that involves steaming lentils or the dal and then seasoning with traditional Indian spices such as cumin, garlic, and ghee. Dal tadka goes easy with the spices, just enough to give it a good flavor, but not enough to make it intolerable. Chaat. Next up on the list is the best Indian food. It's a broad category of street food known as chaat. Chaat in India is typically sold from makeshift stands on the sides of busy streets and is popular dinner or snack for all sorts of people that are ranging from children to office workers and the elderly. Among the most popular types of chaats are bel puri, pani puri, or samosa chaat. Although chaats are very susceptible to change based on the region you may be visiting, the aforementioned foods are common and can be found almost anywhere you go in India. Samosa, we didn't sell this frozen, and Mam Pasan store here in 183 and 620. Next up is the list is the classic samosa. Samosas can differ from shape, size, and fillings based on the region, but have the same basic no matter where they are found. Samosas are basically Indian calzones. They feature a crusty exterior that is deep fried and is filled with a variety of vegetables such as potatoes, meats, or lentils that are heavily seasoned. Samosas are served alongside sauces such as mint sauce, tamarind sauce, and spicy green sauce, which complement samosas well. Samosas not only found in India, they can be found in the Middle East as well too. Okay. Masala chai. Next is not a food, but rather a type of tea. One of the most traditional, most classic staples of Indian foods is masala chai. Differs from the traditional British or American teas that most people are accustomed to. Masala chai starts with the fresh tea leaves derived from the tea plantations of Assam or West Bengal. The black tea leaves are then steeped into hot water, mixed with shredded ginger and cardamom seeds to give it a hint of spiciness. Following a brewing process, milk is added and is served on hot and fresh. Tandoori chicken, which we're going to be making tomorrow, is another Northern Indian dish that may have been around back in the 3000 BC. Tandoori chicken derives its name from the vessel that is cooked and known as tandoor oven. A cylindrical shaped oven that is powered by burning wood or charcoal. Tandoor oven is made either way, either clay or metal, and offers a distinctive taste of meals cooked within. Tandoori chicken consists of chicken that is marinated for a few days in a mixture of yogurt, tandoori masala, a blend of traditional Indian spices. Following this, the chicken is then cooked, but we're going to grill ours tomorrow, okay? And then finish in the oven. Matar paneer. Next up on the classic matar paneer is Hindi. Matar translates to peas. Paneer refers to fresh cheese made in India, which is one of the main ingredients in this dish. Matar paneer is a North Indian dish that consists of peas of paneer cooked in mild tomato sauce like buttered chicken, except matar paneer is seasoned with garam masala, a blend of ground spices. Matar paneer is traditionally served with Indian bread, such as naan or aloo paratha, but it's also eaten by some with the rice. Sometimes other ingredients, such as potatoes, may be added. Dokla. Coming from the Indian state of Gujarat is a dokla. Doklas are made with a fermented batter that is derived from split chickpeas and rice and can be eaten for virtually any course. Doklas are eaten in India as a side dishes. for breakfast in the main course, and even as a snack, even in events such as parties and weddings. Doklas are best served with green mint sauce and a sweet tamarind sauce, are usually yellow in color. Doklas have many variations to them. They can be prepared with varied ingredients with different rations of peas, chickpeas within them. Okay? Doklas. What's my mouse? Here we go. Vada pav. Next food is the first original street food and is sold in restaurants across India, the rest of the world today. Vada pav, due to its dish resemblance to a sandwich or burger, is commonly known as Bombay burger because of its origin in northern India, city in Mumbai, formerly known as Bombay. The vada pav is served with one or more chutneys such as green sauces, tamarind sauces. Alongside pav is also green chili, just to give it that heat. Okay. Rogan Josh. Finally, his list is Rogan Josh. It's a North Indian dish of Muslim influences. And first originated in Persia, Kashmir. Rogan Josh is a meat curry dish that features a lump of red meat such as lamb or goat, which is colored and flavored by alkanet flowers and roots of Kashmir chilies. Rogan Josh is prepared by both Muslims and Hindus with significant differences in the way it's prepared. Rogan Josh is best served with naan or any other Indian bread. It is also to be mentioned in Rogan Josh is a staple from British restaurant. Okay, your menu for tomorrow. You're making green chutney. We are going to use the blender. Okay, mint, cilantro, yogurt, and serrano peppers, i.e. jalapenos, because we don't have any serranos. Okay. Bright green and spicy, not watery, okay? It's not a liquid, it's not a watery liquid, okay? Should take no more than 5-10 minutes to complete this one, okay?
Chef, what did you say was in there? He says cilantro, jalapenos.
Yep. Okay. Next one, aloo gobi, okay? There's a technique of making this aloo gobi, okay? It's potato and cauliflower, but neither one is cooked until it's mushy. It is tender as al dente, okay? It's got to hold its shape. Don't bring something and it's mush, okay? Don't want to see that, okay? The potatoes are not boiled, neither is the cauliflower. It cooks in a one pot wonder, okay? Matar pulao. We are cooking the rice like we've been cooking all this time in the oven. So first things first, set up your oven, pop the rice in, gather your other mise en place, bloomin', saute them, put them on the side, your rice comes out and fold them together. Boom. Matar pulao is done. Okay. Tandoori chicken. Marinate this chicken as soon as you walk in. Marinate it. Okay. Just like you did the shawarma. Right around hopefully 3:30 p.m. or 3:45. This chicken needs to be grilled. Okay, this chicken needs to be grilled and popped in the oven. We're going to use a leg and thigh meat. That means you are getting a whole chicken. You're going to break it down. Okay, you're going to break it down and you're going to cook the marinate the leg and thigh meat and grill it and finish it in the oven. Okay, tandoori chicken. So first things first tomorrow. Okay, come in, fire up the oven, get the rice in the oven, marinate your chicken. Okay, make some stock out of the carcass. Okay, because we're going to break the whole chicken down. And then start working with your aloo gobi, get it in the stove top. Rice comes out. Okay. You bloom your spices and fold them into the rice. Okay. What else? And then your green chutney, like I say, it should not take you more than 10-15 minutes. Okay. In the blender. And then once the rice comes out, fold the spices. Matar pulao is done. 3:30, 3:45, that chicken gets grilled and that chicken is finished in the oven, okay? Because his leg and thigh meat, skin on, bone in. It's going to be a thick piece, so it's going to take a little bit longer to cook. That's tomorrow. Questions? Done? Okay. What else? Wednesday, China. Okay, China. China. We go to China Wednesday. We're not doing no bad stew. Okay, no grill bat. Fun facts about China. Officially, the People's Republic of China is a country in East India. It is the world's most populous country with a population around 1.4 billion in 2019, covering approximately 9.6 million square kilometers. It's the world's third and fourth largest country by area. President is Xi, capital is Beijing. Okay, currency is a renminbi. Official script, simplified Chinese. Government is a republic, okay, communist state. Currently, China is probably the most interesting country on the planet. China is the world's third biggest country by territory, has the largest population. It is one of the longest running civilizations on Earth, and its unique and attractive culture. It has developed and recorded speed to become the second largest economic in the world. Furthermore, China holds innumerable attractions of tourists to explore. Okay. Fun facts. Officially known as the People's Republic, China has the largest population, third largest country, belongs to the continent of Asia, bordering countries like Afghanistan, Bhutan, Burma, India, Kazakhstan, North Korea, Kyrgyzstan, Laos, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Vietnam. Okay. The summit of Mount Everest marks the border between China and Nepal. There are many different languages spoken in India, China, including Mandarin, Yu, Wu, Minbei, Miningan, Xiang, Gan, and Hakka. The capital is Beijing. According to the most populated city is Shanghai. Other cities include Chongqing, Shenzhen, and Guangzhou. 47% of the population live in urban areas. China experiences typhoons every year. It also suffers from floods, tsunamis, earthquakes, and droughts. China has the fourth largest river in the world, Yangtze River, which stretches about 3,600 miles in length. It also has the sixth longest Yellow River, stretching about 2,900 miles. So imagine the river being 3,602 miles. That's the distance between Long Beach, California, and New York City. That's how long the river is. 2003, China became the third country to successfully send a person to space. The Great Wall of China is the largest man-made structure in the world, stretching incredibly 5,500 miles. The famous giant panda saw near the Yangtze River in China. China hosted a 2008 Summer Olympic Games in Beijing. Okay. So facts about China. Okay. Red, the color red, is fire. Red is a popular color in Chinese culture, symbolizes luck, joy, and happiness. It also represents celebration, vitality, and fertility, traditional Chinese color symbolism. Red is traditionally colored worn by Chinese brides, as it is believed to ward off evil. Okay. Red also represents the summer season and the element of fire that comes with it. Decorate your kitchen in some red to attract good luck in your household. Okay. Yellow is an imperial color and traditional Chinese color symbolism, representing power, royalty, and prosperity. It also represents the late summer season and the central direction. Yellow represents the earth, traditional Chinese culture. Decorate your kitchen some yellow to attract good fortune in the household. Okay. Chinese belief states that people are surrounded and influenced by 5 different energy phases, or qi, known as the 5 elements. 5 elements. Okay. Each force is linked to the various aspects of Chinese culture, including the food that people eat and what effect this has on their body. It is believed that one of these elements is altered or becomes unbalanced, then a person's life and health can change. We take a look at 5 elements and how they are linked to Chinese cookery. Okay. So what are the 5 elements? Chinese culture, the 5 elements are considered to be fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. Okay. Like with yin and yang, the 5 elements are all about finding the perfect balance between each part. For each of the 5 elements, there are believed to be 2 main relationships, the mutual generation and the mutual overcoming. These relationships are taken from the way of these elements interact with nature. For example, mutual generation could be water helps wood grow. because a tree will grow when given water. Or the other side, mutual overcoming would be something like water can stop fire, metal can cut wood. So the mutual generation sees growth, whereas the mutual overcoming still become more of a destructive energy. Okay, the 5 elements. How do the elements relate to cookery? In keeping with the ideas of balance, Chinese physicians believe that too much or too little of each element in your life can lead to illness, such as each element is representative of one of the main organs: the heart, meaning fire; lungs, metal; liver, wood; kidneys, water; and spleen, earth. Okay. Each element also has a number of other connective body parts. However, the mentioned organs will be the main one. Okay. The elements also have an associated color. Red is for fire, green is for wood, yellow is for earth, white is for metal, and black is for water. It is therefore thought that if you are feeling unwell in a certain part of your body, even the related food color type will help you improve your health. For example, if you had heart pains, you should eat something like red, such as pepper, apples, or tomatoes. Okay, 5 elements. So what are the different food types? Black, food, water. Black or blue foods are said to be good for promoting healthy kidneys, ears, bones, reproductive organs. And of course, black foods are not as high in number as the other colors. Yet related ingredients could include black beans, aubergines, blueberries, seaweed tea, and black grapes. White food, metal. White food is related to the lungs, nose, respiratory system, skin, and large intestine, with the Chinese cuisine staples, rice and noodles, accounting as white food. It's an important balance to any meal with other elements as colors. White also includes onions, garlic, milk, tofu, sugar, among others. Yellow food, earth. Your spleen and digestive system will be improved throughout the consumption of yellow color foods. According to the 5 elements theory, as a common color food, this can involve such as corn, squash, egg yolk, honey, orange, and soybeans. Red, food and fire. Red is good for your heart, brain, and small intestine. Foods in this category can include tomato, red pepper, chili, and even carrots. Green, food, wood. The last color is green, represents of liver, eyes, muscles, and joints. Green is one of the widest color options, with most fruit and vegetables included in this section. Other examples include wasabi, Chinese leeks, and mung beans. Of course, the 5 elements theory, when applied to food, is a means of a small guide to enjoy balanced diet and avoid the doctors. Okay. The 5 elements, here we go. Okay. You got fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. Fire is bitter. Earth is sweet for the digestion. White is for the lungs, spicy, metal. Water is black, salty, kidneys, and wood, sour. These are the 5 elements. Okay. Let's go with chopstick etiquette, guys. Chopstick etiquette. Okay. No matter whether you're eating dim sum or New York noodles in Beijing, there are just certain things you should not do with your chopsticks if you want to be civilized. Naturally, many of these are like acceptable when using the knife or fork either. Follow the simple rules with chopsticks etiquette and good manners, and you'll be a well-mannered chopstick user wherever you go. And if you need, you can buy all these unique styles of chopsticks right there, here, everything chopsticks. Okay. So number 1, don't leave your chopsticks stuck vertically in your food. That is associated with death, not like rabbit ears. Okay. Rabbit ears, nope. Don't eat directly from the serving dishes. Place the food on your plate and eat from there. Don't stick food with your chopsticks, accepting a challenge and grab a food instead. Okay. Don't play with your chopsticks. Wrap on them your plate like drumsticks. Make noise or wave them in the air. Okay. Do not use personal chopsticks to get fruit from the serving dish. Use serving chopsticks instead. Do not use chopsticks to push around dishes on the table. Okay. Don't sort through food with a serving dish. Okay. Don't place your chopsticks directly on the table. Put them across your dish on a rest. Don't hold your chopsticks in your mouth with no hands, such as when passing a dish. Do not point your chopsticks at other people at a table either. Okay? Because we're going to be using chopsticks. Okay? In Japan, it is okay to lift the bowl close to your mouth and push food into your mouth with the chopsticks. At the table settings, chopsticks should be placed above the plate, parallel to the table with tips on the left. Okay. It is rude to rub disposable chopsticks together. In appliance, a restaurant gave you a cheap chopsticks. In a more formal restaurant, disposable chopsticks should be inserted back into the wrapper when finished. Don't sink chopsticks down cross. It's another symbol of death. Okay. China, it is okay to lift the bowl close to your mouth and push food into your mouth with chopsticks. Don't sink your chopsticks down, point it at another person at a table. Allow elders to be served at the beginning of eating first. In Taiwan, it is okay to lift the bowl close to your mouth and push food into your mouth with chopsticks. It is okay to use chopsticks to cut food so smaller portions can be for children. Korea, a table set in Korea will typically have matching pair of chopsticks and spoons. Spoons are used for liquids, chopsticks are for solids. Either way, either may be used for eating rice. Don't lift the bowl close to your mouth. Lift food to your mouth from the dish on the table. At the table setting, chopsticks are placed to the right of the spoon. Place on the left side is done at funerals of the deceased. In Vietnam, it's okay to lift the bowl close to your mouth and push food into your mouth with chopsticks. It is bad omen to set down your chopstick in a V shape when finished eating. Thailand generally stopped using chopsticks 100 years ago. They still use them. Okay. So the 8 great cuisines of China. Okay, 8 great cuisines. Okay, we're gonna breeze right through these guys. There's a lot to cover. Okay, sweet is Cantonese food. Spicy, Sichuan. Okay, fishy, Shandong cuisine. Fujian cuisine. We're gonna talk about Jiangsu, Shanghai, Hanasar, Hunan, and Wild and Hui cuisine. Okay, that's where the cuisines are located. Okay. So Guangdong Cantonese cuisine, sweet, favoring bracing and stewing, adding various mild sauces. Cantonese food is the most popular salad internationally. Guangdong province of Hong Kong, and noted by the fine seafood dishes and the rice dishes. Okay. Cantonese or Yu cuisine originates from Guangdong province and is the most widely served and styled Chinese cuisines in the world. This is because most of the Chinese who immigrated and set up restaurants overseas were from Guangdong. That's why served abroad and has departed from authentic Yu cuisine. What distinguishes Cantonese is lightly cooked fresh vegetable and meat and sweet sauces. Names: Cantonese food, Guangdong cuisine, Yu cuisine. Locations: Southeast China. The extentiveness: sweet, flavoring, bracing, and stewing. Okay. Wide variety of foodstuffs are used to make Cantonese dishes. Therefore, it surprises foreigners sometimes that saying that they eat everything with 4 legs except tables and everything that flies except airplanes. Yes, they do eat dogs and cats, and they do eat bats. It's an exaggeration, but dishes might contain snakes, cats, dogs, and sea life, not familiar to most foreigners. Keep in mind when you are ordering something off the menu with a strange Cantonese name. Wow, wow, wow. An authentic Cantonese chef's goal is to preserve the food's original flavor, unlike the Chinese styles of cooking, such as Sichuan, where the cook buries the food in a lot of spices and oil. Cantonese chefs aim to bring or highlight the original flavor of the vegetable, meat, or fruit, but so little spice or sugar is used generally. The result of this cooking technique is produce food that might even be bland or insipid to foreigners who are used overseas style of Chinese food when there are a lot more sugar and spice used. It takes some time to appreciate the mild and distinctive flavors of the meat, vegetables, and fruit. No fattening. Unlike overseas Chinese food and some regional styles, a lot of oil or grease isn't used either. Neither are the dairy products, unlike creamy cheese, wontons, sweet and sour pork, or rice meal, dal or Chinese fast food restaurant overseas. The staple of the dim sum made with a little sugar may leave a foreigner feeling hungry. Okay. Spices used: chives, coriander leaves, anise, touches of black pepper, and slivers of ginger provide the mild tanginess that accentuates the flavor of the food. Condiments on the seasonings: spices used, again, chives, coriander leaves, anise, rice vinegar accentuates the flavor of the vegetables, but if the food is delicious as it is, almost no seasoning is added. Okay. Cooking methods: stir frying and steaming are coupling. Okay. Sichuan. Okay. Spicy and bold, often mouth-numbing, using lots of chili, garlic, ginger, and peanuts. Sichuan province produces the most widely served cuisine in China. And this is where you're going to use the Szechuan peppers, because we're going to make Kung Pao chicken, and the Szechuan peppers are going to numb your mouth. Okay. Sichuan cuisine holds a reputation for various seasonings used, such as dish requires different cooking methods, such as the saying goes, one dish with one flavor, one with 100 dishes come with 100 flavors. Sichuan food is most well known for its hot and spicy flavor. There is sport, sweet, and sour flavors too. The most common used spices you can find in most households and eateries are the 5 fragrances, which consist of fennel, pepper, anise seed, cinnamon, and clove, chili, and Sichuan pepper. Seasonings: pepper, black pepper, chili, broad bean chili paste, shallots, ginger, and garlic. Okay. Cooking methods. Okay. Array of cooking methods include stir frying, steaming, braising, baking, and the most popular, which is fast frying on the wok. Jiangsu. Okay. Moderately salty and sweet, precise cooking techniques, favors seafood, soups, and artistic color and presentance. The Jiangsu province of China's biggest city, Shanghai, have a very refined gourmet cuisine, which makes it especially exquisite cooking techniques that produce richly aromatic and visually artistic dishes. Jiangsu cuisine is one of the lesser known 8 great cuisines of China among foreigners. Jiangsu province has the highest per capita incomes. Probably the reason the food is more gourmet style. Okay. Flavors, seafood are eaten. Like most Western seafood restaurants, the many dishes include a few varieties of fish and oysters. Jiangsu people eat many things where most people have never seen. The wide range of sea vegetable dishes is something helpful to explore. Their chefs emphasize bringing out the distinctive natural flavors in each range of meat and plant ingredients in their dishes, so they don't add much salt, sugar, or seasonings in the chili powder that hide the overwhelming ingredients flavor. So their meals are richly aromatics. Ingredients in the Jiangsu is seafood, of course, staples, both rice and wheat products, herbs and vegetables. Also, the province is known for its wide diversity of agricultural products, a lot of lakes and ponds in the region. Okay. Jiangsu chefs pay attention to both season and the weather, and according to their understanding, they use different foods to achieve balance and promote health and comfort. For Chinese, food is medicine. Okay. Cooking methods: 6 regional styles. Su cuisine is composed of 6 styles. Those are Huang, Nanjing, Yangzhou, Shuzhou, and less notable styles of Zhuzhou and Haizhou. Chinese thinks of the Huyang style as one of the best in China. It is frequently served at government banquets, considered to be one of the 4 most influential regions in style and cuisine in China. Nanjing style, famous for its fine cutting presentation techniques. The dish is not only fine tasting, but also very good looking. It features freshness, fragrance, crispiness, and tenderness. Like the rest of Jiangsu, the dishes tend to be mild, sweet, and in taste. Okay. Yangzhou style, renowned for its cutting techniques, perfect timing, fresh color, regional design. Okay. Zhejiang, mellow using fresh seafood. Food is often served raw or almost raw, and it's fresh, crispy, seasonal. Sichuan cuisine originates from the popular rich eastern province of Sichuan in the Pacific. Hanzhou's capital was the capital of Southern Song Dynasty and was renowned for the wealth and the sophistication. Okay. The wide variety of seafoods used to make Sichuan dishes. Okay, is the richest province in China. However, the focus is less on colorful dishes and artistry than Fujianese. The 3 styles of Sichuan cuisine: Hanxu, Shaoxing, and Ningbo. A lot of seafood. The sweet desserts. Okay, wealthy people often prefer sweet desserts, with the province is traditionally noted for this sweet confections made from sugar, beans, rice, and wheat. Sweet Ningbo rice balls and rice cakes are an example of local sweet foods. Many cooking methods: sauteing, braising, or stewing. Okay, soaking in brine. This style of cooking is unusual, but it's common in Ningbo, where the salty food is popular. It is similar to pickling. Meat is simply left to soak in brine and eaten. Salty meat. Okay. Fujian province is known for its great seafood and soups. Fujian cuisine originates from the southeastern province of Fujian in the Pacific. History of the fine cuisine dates back to 5,000 years ago. Okay, great seafood soups have precise and scintillating but not tongue-numbing spices in the highlights. Okay, 3 styles, 4 notable features: unusual ingredients, soups, and decoration seasonings. Okay, flavors of Fujian cuisine: sweet and sour, many flavors of the sea. Okay, again, seafood prevalent. Spices use. Fujian is distinguished for applying a wide variety of herbs and seasonings to flavor the food. Salty seasonings and sea salt, shrimp sauce, shrimp oil, and soy sauce. Sour seasonings, white vinegar, and kuato, vegetable similar to green onion. Hot seasonings, pepper, mustard, and sacha sauce. Favorite cooking method. Chefs developed a number of ways to cook, and perhaps perfecting the history and provenance region was heaven for refugees to the large Western Xia Empire and the Tang Empire, brought within the cooking styles. Okay? Rice, wine, red rice wine, and soup making. Hunan cuisine, quite spicy with a hot and sour taste. Flavoring sauteing and stir frying. Okay? Names Hunan, province, Hunan province, spicy flavoring sauteing. Okay? Eating Hunan food is fun. You'll have the chance to try some of the tongue and a new in the cuisine. If you experience the burning numbness of the Sichuan, that means you're probably eating the Sichuan peppers. Many different states, food partially stems from an unusual wide variety of agriculture products. Several kinds of chili peppers are grown. Citrus fruit too. Hunan food is actually hotter than the Sichuan food. It's gotta be hot. Okay. Their favorite cooking methods, it's fermentations. Fermentation. Anhui uses many wild plants and animals as ingredients, favoring stewing in more oil. Anhui cuisine is even wilder in Fujian cuisine. In the Inland and big communities such as Yellow Mountains are the source of lots of different wild foods and herbs. Okay, Anhui cuisine is one of the lesser known of the eight great cuisines of China. Okay, ingredients: wild food is known for its picked or caught delicacies from the mountains as the main ingredient. In flavorings, Anhui is it's large mountain forest areas, wild-caught frogs, local small shrimp, turtles, and lots of other wildlife are put into the soups and stews. Fungi, both wild and cultivated fungi are mushrooms are relish flavors with their natural value. Herbs and veggies, staples are both rice and wheat products. Pork and ham. If you like pork, this cuisine has many makes its way into the popular dishes. These include Hang stew with many different ingredients. It depends on whatever is available. And farmhouse egg dumpling. Traditional peasant food is pork-filled dumplings with egg wrap instead of a flour wrap. Okay. Cooking methods. Okay. Cooking methods are medium. Hui chefs, particularly about controlling cooking time and temperature. High, medium, or low heat is applied according to the quality and the characteristics of different ingredients. Okay. 3 regional styles: the Hua River, Yangtze River, and lowland regions. Okay. Shandong cuisine, salty and crispy, flavoring, bracing, and seafood. As one of the first civilized areas and is set the pattern of northern styles of cooking. With long coast, seafood is forte. Shandong province is a long coast, so they get a lot of fresh seafood. Okay. Flavors of the Shandong, spices are to use. Green onions and garlic, they include onions in many dishes. Ginger is also commonly used along the little red pepper, but spice is less heavily applied to the Sichuan cuisine. Condiments, okay, a lot of condiments too, including all kinds of vinegar, even black vinegar. Shandong chefs go, unlike any of the Chinese styles, Sichuan is where the cook varies and put in a lot of spice and oil. The main of an authentic Shandong style is chefs to preserve the cut, color, and taste. Extreme heat stir frying or bao. The chefs love to cook meat and vegetables in a wok or a big hot flame. They make the oil boil at extremely high temperatures and toss ingredients for a quick fry. Fried dough coating method, or pa. Another method of frying is applying flour to the cut meat and then stir fry it making it crispy. Sounds like what we're gonna do for the kung pao chicken tomorrow. Okay. Soup making and healthy making. Okay. Here's some of the 15 most popular dishes. Hot pot. Okay. It's a dish to tell apart from the real Chinese food lovers. If you really appreciate hot pot, rather than just ordering fried rice, chow mein, and dim sums, you're truly a Chinese fan. Okay. Number 2, Sichuan pork. Actually, poached spicy slice of pork, famous Sichuan cuisine dish. Rather than cooking pork, but stir fried and deep fried, which consumes lots of oil and can evenly easily overcook the pork. Hot pot. Oh, we did that already. Hot pot. There you go. Hot pot. Cooking methods. Hot pot. Sichuan. Braised pork balls in gravy. That is right. Braised pork balls in gravy. We're also known as Chinese meatballs. Many of our clients call them this. If you like meatballs and spaghetti, you probably appreciate Chinese meatballs as well. Super smooth and flavory gravy. It's almost like drug sauce, keeping your taste buds wanting more and more. Shrimp and vermicelli garlic. Shrimp and vermicelli garlic is a dish not only flavored by the foreigners, but also the Chinese younger generation in recent years as well. Dumplings consists of minced meat and chopped vegetables wrapped in a thin dough skin with a long history of more than 1,800 years. Chow mein, okay? The Cantonese pronunciation of the Chinese characters above, which means stir-fried noodles. So chow mein means stir-fried noodles, okay? Peking roasting duck. It's a famous dish from Beijing enjoying world fame. Considered one of the China's national dishes. Peking duck is savory in its thin, crispy skin. Okay. Steamed vermicelli rolls. One of the most must-order of any dim sum meal. Not only an expert choice, the Wall Street tea houses, morning tea, restaurants, and street food bazaars. They're lazy. Fried shrimp with cashew nuts. They love the cashews. Fried shrimp with cashew nuts. It's another popular dish among foreigners in China. This name, it explains everything. Okay. Tenderness of the peeled shrimps and the crispiness of the cashew nuts. Great dish. Sweet and sour pork. We see this at the Chinese buffet, right? Kung Pao chicken. We're going to be making this one tomorrow. Okay. Mao Pu tofu. Okay. One of the most famous dishes. Shuang cuisine. So history more than 100 years. Oman describes spicy and hot sauce taste with comes some pepper and powder. Okay. Wontons have been customary food people eat in the winter solstice, says the Tang Dynasty. Most versatile shape of the wonton is simply right triangle. Okay. Spring rolls. We're going to be making this again Wednesday. Okay. Wonton spring rolls. Okay. Yum chow fried rice is on the menu for Wednesday, guys. Okay. Your menu for tomorrow, it is Kung Pao chicken. Look at the knife cuts. So when you fabricate your chicken tomorrow, you're going to use the breast for your Kung Pao chicken, okay? Look at the knife cuts, guys. Look what kind of ingredients it has, okay? Jasmine rice, you guys know all about it. Vegetable lo mein. What kind of knife cuts do you guys see on this one?
I see Julian.
Yes, Julian.
Bias.
Julian knife cuts. It's a quick stir fry noodles with Julian cuts. And Elijah has a cool peeler that does that for him. Right, Elijah?
Yes, I do, Chef. Yes, I do.
So that's
Real cheap.
tomorrow, right? Let's take a
All
look
right.
at Kung Pao chicken. And again, I will show you a demo how to make Kung Pao chicken tomorrow, okay? Oh, that's not what I want.
They're mixed together?
Kung Pao chicken, okay?
No.
Let me share the screen, okay? Let me copy the link on the chat, okay? Don't mess it up, guys. This is an easy dish to make, and it's awesome flavors, okay? So let me play it.
I've travelled all over telling folks they could save by bundling home and car insurance. But here's the real secret. Eye contact. We just had a moment. Go. You're a nice secret.
No, from the beginning. Okay, Kung Pao chicken.
Hi, check out Kung Pao chicken, dinner for two. I'm going to show you how to make it. Simple, easy, and quick. Here are the ingredients. I got some chopped green onion, the hard part, roasted red chili, dry, roasted salted peanuts, just some chopped bell peppers, green and red peppers, and this is the
You see the ingredients there, guys, in the Kung Pao chicken? What do they have?
So annoying getting back to my
Red
bed.
arbol chilies, chives, or sorry, green onions, chicken, jalapenos.
Right? All right, let's take a look. Also take a look at the knife cuts, okay, guys?
The boneless, skinless chicken breast, thinly sliced like this. I marinated with egg white and couple tablespoons of cornstarch. Mix this nice and balanced like this, not too runny. I'll show you how to cook. First, we heat the frying pan nice and hot. Some vegetable cooking oil.
We're gonna use the wok, okay? If you don't have a wok at home, use a saute pan.
Swirl a little bit. If your frying pan is nice and hot with some hot oil, so when we add the marinated chicken in, it will not stick together with the pan. So now I think the oil is burning a little bit. So we're gonna add the chicken in, spread around. And we're gonna let them cook for maybe like 15 to 20 seconds until they brown the bottom of the chicken before we're gonna stir. That will prevent them by sticking the raw chicken meat on the pan. This video is not gonna take long, so I'm gonna show you pretty much the whole process. Now I can see brown the chicken, so you keep them gently stir like that. We're just gonna cook the chicken for a couple minutes, like almost like 60 to 70% cooked. And we're gonna set it aside. Once I see the pink color disappear, then it's ready. All right, so this is ready. We're gonna take it out. Hot pan, add some vegetable cooking oil. Now we're gonna add in the dry hot chili and the green onion first. We want to 爆香. 爆香 means we want to flavor the dry roasted hot chili. In a couple seconds, you can smell nice fragrance, smoky flavor. And now we're gonna add some ginger and garlic. Minced ginger and garlic. Now I can start to smell the dry roasted hot chili. A nice flavor. We infuse the oil now. Next, we're just gonna make it simple. Add the bell pepper and the roasted peanuts all together in. Put them a quick stir. Now I know the pan and the oil is nice and hot. The chicken be nicely dressed. Add it in. You see that some juice and the excess oil. Give them a quick stir. Guess what? Jerry cooking wine first. Nice. Oyster sauce, umami, soy sauce, just like that. Give a quick stir. And I see playing a little bit. That's been good. Okay. Now I'm just gonna add some stock. Not much. 1 or 2 ounces like that. Not much. Give them a quick taste. Delicious. I got some cornstarch the sauce to keep it more flavor. We are giving it a flavor. Infuse the oil, we roast the chili and ginger and garlic, and then we stir with the bell peppers, a really nice flavor. Flavor with the cherry Cooking wine, and then we balance the flavor with the soy sauce and everything else. Now this is perfect. The end, sesame oil, fragrant the flavor. Guess what? The dish is done. Ready to serve. You can serve over this with rice.
Kung Pao chicken, any thoughts?
No, just comes together really fast. It was like 5 minutes right there.
Yeah, so when you go to the stovetop, have everything with you. Okay, your little mise en place, because I'm going to give you a demo how to cook it up, and it's real easy. It doesn't take that long, but you got to be ready. You got to have all your mise en place. You got to have your stock, chicken, and everything else really quick. Okay, same thing with the lo mein. Same thing with the lo mein, guys. Lo mein is the same exact thing. Have everything ready. Go to the stovetop, fire up your wok, OGGS, boom. Okay, veggies, lo mein sauces. You got lo mein noodles. Okay.
Why are the ones on the right different? Why are the noodles different than those noodles? I don't know. I'm usually
They use the wrong noodles. The ones on the right, left hand side of the right ones. The ones on the right hand side of the wrong. Left is right, right is wrong.
okay.
Some people they try and improvise because the one on the right hand side looks like spaghetti noodles, and the ones on the left,
Yeah.
the good ones. Okay.
I have heard that it is okay to use spaghetti noodles, but I don't know about all that.
Yeah, no, they're not the same. Not as elastic. So Wednesdays, Kung Pao chicken. So first things first, fire up the rice in the oven, get out of the way, times 2. Okay, you're gonna cook rice times 2. So you're gonna cook 2 cups, okay, of rice, and you figure out the water ratio. Okay, because when you're gonna serve some rice for the Kung Pao chicken, and the other rice, you're gonna spread it on a sheet tray with parchment paper, let it cool down, double wrap it, tag it with your name and the date, and put it in the refrigerator in the cooler. That is for fried rice the next day. Okay. And then you
Isn't the rice a little bit different than? Isn't this rice like 1-to-1?
no, it's the same.
It's the same. Okay.
Yeah, 1-to-1 is sushi rice.
Well, okay, 1-to-1 is sushi. Man, it's just so much.
So there you go. Kung Pao chicken, easy to make, but you make sure you get your levelized chicken ready. Everything's set to go. You go to the stovetop, knock it out in less than 5 minutes. Clean the wok and pass it to your classmate, your table partner. Okay. Gentlemen rice, you guys do the deal times 2, and then send him with the lo mein. After you're done with the chicken, clean it, cook your lo mein, and then pass the wok to your classmate. Okay.
Are you gonna teach us how to clean the woks and
Yep.
all that? Okay.
Almost like a cast iron skillet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's Wednesday. Okay. Thursday, China Day 2. Some quick fun facts. Weird table manners. Something you have to avoid in most countries, and the world's most totally acceptable in China, just like Vietnam. Spitting, yawning, grunting, or burping are normal behaviors when you eat in China. Sounds gross, right? Right?
I mean, in America, they would think that's gross.
Yeah, of course. Bad table manners. Yeah, so that's fun facts, number 1. 2, children toilet etiquette. This is really weird. Diapers are now popular in China. Most children wear special pants with big hole bottoms. When they feel they need to go poo or pee, they just squat and do it wherever they want. Yeah, I know, right? 3, world's most populated country. Okay. China is the most populated country in the world with more than 1 billion people in 2016. Here's what it really means. Population in China is more than 4 times bigger than the population in the US. One in every human is Chinese. Chinese is the most popular language in the world based on number of native speakers. 14% of the world speaks Chinese. One of the biggest countries in the world. Contrary to most people think, China is not the biggest country in the world. It's a fourth after Russia, Canada, United States. Russia is almost 2 times bigger than China. World's largest army. Chinese army has the biggest number of soldiers in the world, more than 2 million people. Just compare, it's the same as the population of Paris. Panda owners. China is the owner of all pandas, literally all of them. Every single panda that lives in the world belongs to China. If you see a panda in other countries, it means it was lent from the People's Republic of China. What's interesting is that when a baby panda is born, it is sent to China always by FedEx to help expand the gene pool. China is the most populated country in the world. No wonder they have a huge traffic jam problems. What to do when you're late to your meeting and you're stuck in traffic jam? You are calling the bottlenecks rescuers. 2 guys will come to you in a motorbike. One will drive you wherever you want to, and the other will take your place in the car.
Is that actually real?
Yeah. Imagine
Wow.
getting stuck in Mopac or I-35. You call the bottleneck rescuers, 2 on a motorcycle. You hop on the one.
Must be nice, huh?
Yeah. The other one takes your car and just takes to your house, wherever you want to take it. Number 9, relics of the past. It's unbelievable. About 35 million Chinese still live in caves. They don't have enough money to build a house, so they are using caves as their shelters. Late sunrises. China is a huge country with only 1 time zone. That is when some places the sun rises at 10 a.m. In the past, China had different time zones, but in 1949, the Communist Party leaders decided to set 1 time for the whole country. Since then, everybody using the official Beijing time. New Year's fiesta. New Year's is the biggest holiday in China, celebrated in January, February, and is the real holiday for everybody. Almost nobody's working. Everyone is going back home to celebrate this happy time with their families. Chinese New Year celebration lasts for 15 days. Nothing can be compared to this. It's really unusual for the whole country is having a holiday for such a long time. What's interesting, Chinese New Year is celebrated in many other countries in the world. Considering the huge population in China, it is very likely that Chinese New Year is even more popular than Christmas. Birthday restrictions. As of this year, I heard that only China is allowed to people to have 3 children. They upped the count. Instead of 2, 3 are now the norm. The empire of pigs. Half of the pigs in the world belong to China. On average day, Chinese people consume about 1.7 million pigs. Multi-religious country. Due to the huge population in China, almost every religion in the world is adhered there. Most popular are Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism. An interesting fact is that there are more Christians in China and Italy. Who doesn't love ice cream? Okay, they invented ice cream. Can we this delicious dessert thanks to China? It is believed that they first made it more than 4,000 years ago by mixing milk and rice mixture in the snow. Medical geniuses. Nowadays, we all know that the blood is circulating in our veins, but it wasn't so obvious in the past. European scientist William Harvey was proud to announce in 1628 he didn't know that Chinese people discovered it more than 2,000 years before him. Mathematical geniuses. Isn't a big secret that Chinese people are the one of the best in mathematics in the world. History of mathematics in China dates back to 11th century BC. Thanks to China, we know today the number 0, the decimal, and birth binary system, geometry, trigonometry, and algebra. Thanks to them. So when you guys go to math algebra, thanks to Chinese, okay? Architectural geniuses. It is a commonly known fact that the world's biggest man-made structure is situated in China. The Great Wall is not visible from that space but it's still impressively long. Yes, it is visible through Google Earth. Okay. The most famous imperial palace in China is called the Forbidden City. Has more than 9,000 rooms. Imagine their water bill or the electricity bill. God's sakes. Gods of war. Chinese people were the first to use gas and chemical weapons during war. Europeans did the same 2,000 years after them. These kinds of weapons were used during World War II. When it comes to World War II, it is worth mentioning that Shanghai in China was the world's only port where accepting Jews running away from the Holocaust without any entry visa. Another interesting fact about Chinese war skills that they invented kites to frighten their enemies more than 3,000 years ago. Longest continuous civilization in the world. Last but not least, China is the world's longest continuous civilization, began about 6,000 BC and lasts until today. Okay. Your menu for Thursday, spring rolls. Spring rolls. We are going to use the fry later, guys. Okay. We're not going to empty it. We're going to turn it off and cover it with a sheet tray, but we got to clean around it because we're going to use it the following week for their practicals. Okay. Young chow fried rice. Okay. Young chow fried rice. Of the Chinese sausages we're going to use maybe half an ounce of the Chinese sausages. Half an ounce. We're not going to use all those Chinese sausages, okay? Don't go crazy. And chicken satay with peanut sauce. You're going to marinate this chicken as soon as you walk in on Thursday, okay? Marinate it. Make the spring rolls. Fry them. Set them aside. Come back. No, don't fry them. Just make them. Yeah, go ahead and fry them. Sorry. Marinate your chicken. Make your spring rolls and fry them. Get them out of the way so we don't have a bottleneck. Do your night cuts with the fried rice. And then make your peanut sauce. Okay. And I'll show you demo how to make the fried rice. Let's take a look at spring rolls. Okay. Oh, you guys in the box didn't get no rice noodles. Either. All right. Come on, where's my mouse? Okay. Let's take a look at spring rolls. Okay, I just gotta warn you, her mouth doesn't catch up with what the voice coming out of her, okay?
Spring rolls are traditional Chinese snacks, and back in the days, people liked to eat them on the Li Chun Day, which is at the beginning of the spring, and they call it Yao Chun, to buy the spring. And later, gradually, spring rolls just become this food that people would eat them anytime you want. And since spring's coming right up, we're going to make spring rolls, and these are the ingredients. Alright, so for the preparation process, we're going to soak the wujie mushroom in water overnight and then finely chopped. Oh, by the way, I also have a fun fact about wujie mushroom. In Chinese, we call it mu er. It is high in protein, iron, and also collagen. And Chinese women consider it as a type of beauty food. And when you eat it regularly, it actually helps to promote a healthy, rosy, and also radiant skin. And also, we're going to soak glass noodles in hot water for about 30 minutes. And then in a hot pan, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil, 2 ounces of julienne carrots, 2 ounces of julienne cabbages, 2 ounces of half shimeji mushroom, 2 ounces of finely chopped wujie mushrooms, 2 ounces of julienne snow peas, and stir fry them until the aroma comes out. Then add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, a pinch of sugar, and a dash of sesame oil. Now just mix well. And then add 2 ounces ounces of chopped glass noodles and stir fry until combined. And lastly, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch mixed with 1 tablespoon of water. The cornstarch water is going to seal the flavor and the juice of the vegetable inside, so it won't be watery while wrapping the spring rolls later. And then next up, just let it cool, let it cool, let it cool. Let the filling cool down for a little bit so then we can wrap the spring rolls. Alright, so now to make the glue in a small bowl, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour and mix with 3 tablespoons of water. Now we're going to lay the wrapper out flat like a diamond shape. Place about 2 tablespoons of room temperature filling on the spring roll wrapper, about 2 inches above the bottom corner of the wrapper. And then tightly roll the wrapper and the filling halfway. Fold the left edge over right against the edge.
You guys watching how to roll them?
Yeah.
Of the filling.
On the practical.
And then fold the right edge over too. So at this point, it almost looks like an open envelope. And then we're going to fold it up again and seal with the flour mixture. Leave no space or air pockets. Cover all the spring rolls with plastic wrap to prevent drying out. They dry out really easily. And now we're just going to finish the rest. So then we're going to pour about 2 inches of vegetable oil into a heavy bottom pot and heat to about 350 Fahrenheit. So here's a tip. To test and see if the oil is ready, throw in a tiny piece of wrapper in the pot. And if the piece flew right up and has little bubbles all around it, then it's ready. So now let's fry the spring rolls a few at a time. And we can turn them over frequently so that they brown evenly. When they reach an even golden brown color, transfer the spring rolls on a paper towel and allow them to drain. Repeat with the rest of the spring rolls. Alright, so our spring rolls are ready. I'm just gonna cut one up and see what is happening inside. Ooh, look at that. It's so crunchy and inside is very, very beautiful.
There you go, spring rolls, guys. Those of you guys picked up your boxes from campus, do apologize, completely spaced out about the rice noodles, okay? But we'll have it for you guys next week for your practical. You gotta have rice noodles. So on that day, I'll make sure we get rice noodles for you guys who are on hybrid to use them for your spring rolls, okay? Gotta have rice noodles, guys. Any questions about the egg rolls? Spring rolls.
Straightforward, sure.
Anyway, yeah, pretty straightforward, right? Just gotta get with Stan tomorrow so he can order us the Wei Chung wrappers, the right ones for the spring rolls.
Yeah, I don't know why we have like a crap load of wonton.
You usually get them from Benny Keith or Cisco. They come in a huge case.
I don't know. I feel like maybe we ordered some and got some like wonton wrapper. I don't know. We have like 4 boxes of those wonton wrappers.
Yeah, I know.
What did y'all even use those for?
The little ones, I have no clue. I think they ordered by mistake.
Oh my gosh. Of course.
All right, let's take a look at fried rice, guys. Fried rice, okay? This is a short video that I made a while ago on how to cook fried rice, okay? It's really easy too, but you gotta have all your ingredients ready, set to go, okay? Let me make sure I share it. Come on, mouse, work with me. Here we go, okay? Fried rice.
Sesame seed oil.
Let me go from the beginning. Nice hot wok, sesame seed oil.
Sesame seed oil. Green onions.
Really?
Garlic and ginger mixed together.
OGGS.
As you smell the aroma, okay?
Smell the aroma,
So you can use the paddle in the middle.
but do not mix it with the paddle.
And then your wok is moving.
The paddle's not moving, just the wok.
And always have this stand, give yourself enough space so you can flip it back and forth. At this point, we're gonna drop the onion, celery, and carrots. Small dice.
A little bit, small dice.
A little bit more oil so it won't burn.
A little more sesame seed oil so it won't burn.
Go to nice and easy with the sesame seed oil, toss it back and forth. We don't want it mushy, we don't want it overcooked, we want it still actually crunchy. Okay? Now I'm gonna go with the rice. I'm sorry. Go with the sausage mix.
Chinese sausage, I almost made a mistake.
A few sprinkles, don't lie. Okay?
The rice, when you pick it up, fluff it.
When you drop your shrimp, okay? You're gonna make about 2 servings of fried rice, okay? If the rice is lumpy, break the rice in pieces, okay?
Yeah, I'm not gonna use it, but you know, it's there, whatever.
Drop your eggs and peas.
Pre-cooked scrambled eggs and peas. Mix it. And then soy sauce to season it with it.
And then to finish them up, a little bit of soy sauce, lightly.
Not a lot,
Too salty.
because it's too salty.
Also has a lot of soy, a lot of sugar. Break the rice a little bit. And when you make it, it's supposed to be kind of nice, medium brown color. That is it. Fried rice, guys.
Easy does it. Fried rice, right?
Yeah, just have to have season plus, pretty much.
Pretty straightforward, right, guys? Fried rice. But you know what?
Yes, sir.
Somebody's bound to mess it up. I hope not. I've seen it messed up different ways. Not enough soy sauce or way too much soy sauce. It's salty like a mother. I'm gonna go over Friday real quick, guys. Not a lot to go over Friday, but we're gonna push this menu for Tuesday next week. Okay, Tuesday next week. But I still got to cover because again, Tuesday we hit the ground running. Philippines, day 25. Okay, Philippines. Fun facts. Okay, President Rodrigo Duterte, capital Manila, currency the peso, population 1.6 million. That's 2018. Okay. It takes about 20 hours and 55 minutes of a flight, airplane, to get to the Philippines, okay? They do speak Filipino and English. Island country of Southeast Asia and the Western Pacific Ocean. It is an archipelago consisting of some 7,100 islands, 7,000 islands, and its islet line about 500 miles of the coast of Vietnam. Manila is the capital, but nearly nearby Quezon City is the country's most popular city. Both as part of the national capital region, Metro Manila, located in Luzon, the largest island. And the second largest island in the Philippines is Mindanao in the southeast. Philippines takes its name from Philip II, who was king of Spain during the Spanish colonization of the islands in the 16th century, because it was under Spanish rule for 333 years and under U.S. tutelage for a further 48 years. The Philippines has many cultural affinities with the West and is, for example, the second most populous Asian country following India, with English as an official language and one of the only 2 predominantly Roman Catholic countries in Asia, the other being East Timor. Despite prominent such Anglo-European culture characteristics, the people of the Philippines are Asian in consciousness and aspirations. The country was racked by political turmoil in the last quarter of the 20th century during more than a decade of authoritarian rule Under President Ferdinand Marcos, the broadly popular People Power movement in 1986 led to a bloodless uprising the regime. Confrontation resulted only in the ouster of the exiled Marcos, but also in the restoration of the democratic government in the Philippines. Contemporary Filipinos continue to grapple with a society that is replete with paradoxes, perhaps the most obvious being the presence of extreme wealth alongside tremendous property. Rich in resources, the Philippines has the potential to build a strong industrial economy, but the country remains largely agriculture, especially towards the end of the 20th century. Rapid industrial expansions was spurred by a high degree of domestic and foreign investment. That growth, however, simultaneously contributed to the severe degradation of the environment. The Philippines also emerged as a regional leader in educational during the late 20th century with a well-established public school and university system. And by the 21st century, the country had one of the highest literacy rates in Asia. Philippine archipelago is bounded by the Philippine Sea to the east, Celebes Sea to the south, and the Sulu to the northwest, and the South China Sea to the west and north. Islands spread out about the shape of the triangle, with those of Palawan to the Sulu archipelago and the island of Mindanao outlining from the west to the east, respectively. In southern base of the Bataan Islands to the north of Luzon, forming its apex. The archipelago stretches about 1,150 miles from north to south, and its widest east-west extent is southern base is some 700 miles. The island of Taiwan lies north of Bataan Group. The Malaysian portion of the island of Borneo is to the south of Palawan, and its eastern islands, Indonesia, lie to the south and southern Mindanao. Only about 2/5 of the islands or islets have names, and only some of the 350 have areas of 1 square mile. Largest islands fall into 3 groups: Luzon from the north, consisting of Luzon, Mindoro, and Palawan to the Visayas, in a group to the center consisting of Bohol, Cebu, Leyte, Masbate, Negros, Panay, and Samar. Ethnic groups, ethnically diverse people in the Philippines, collectively called Filipinos. Ancestors of the vast majority of the population were Malay descent and came from the Southeast Asia, and then as well as from what is now Indonesia. Contemporary Filipino society consists of nearly 100 culturally and linguistically distinctive ethnic groups. Of these, the largest are the Tagalog and Luzon, and the Cebuano, the Visayan Islands, each of which constitutes about 1/5 of the country's total population. Other prominent groups include Ilocano, Northern Luzon, and the Hilonggo or the Visayan. Okay. Languages, estimates of the total number of languages and dialects spoken in the Philippines differ, but scholarly studies suggest that there are some 150. Most of the country's languages are closely related, belonging to one of several subfamilies in South Asia, more specifically Western Mayo-Polynesian languages. The major languages of the country generally correspond to the largest ethnic groups, Tagalog. It is the most widespread language in the Central Philippines subfamily, with the bulk of its native speakers concentrated in Manila, Central and South of Central Luzon, and the islands of Mindoro and Marindique. The national language of the Philippines is Filipino, also called Filipino. Basic Tagalog shares a place to the English lingua franca as an official language and medium in instruction. Tagalog has been an extensive, wide literature of the Philippine languages. So Tagalog. Religion, some of the 4/5 of the Filipino are Roman Catholics. During the 20th century, the religion gained stronghold throughout the growth of the number of Filipinos in the church. Hierarchy, construction of seminaries, and especially in the 1970s, an increase of involvement of the church in the political and social life of the country. So there we go. Roman Catholic, majority, Muslim, Iglesia de Cristo, Evangelical, and other 9.5. Philippine cuisine, okay, is composed of the cuisines of more than 100 distinctive ethno-linguistic groups from throughout the Philippines archipelago. However, the majority of mainstream Filipinos dishes are composed of Filipino cuisine from the cuisines of various ethno-linguistic groups or tribes in the archipelago, including the Ilocano, all the way down to Visayan. Okay. The style of foods making the food associated with it have evolved over many centuries over the Austronesian regions to a mixed cuisine of Indian, Chinese, Spanish, and American influences, aligned with the major waves of influence that central cultures and archipelago, as well as other adapted to the indigenous ingredients of the local palate. Dishes range from the very simple like meal of fried salted fish with rice to fish curry, chicken curry, complex paellas, and cocidos, a Iberian origin created for fiestas. Popular includes lechon, whole roasted pig, just like Kahlua pig, longaniza, Philippine sausage, tapa, cured beef, torta, omelet, adobo, chicken or pork braised in garlic, vinegar, oil, and soy sauce, or cook until dry. Dinungwan, pork blood stew, calderata, meat stewed in tomato sauce and liver paste. Mecado, larded beef with soy and tomato sauce. Pochero, beef, bananas and tomato sauce. We're going to take a look at the top 10 dishes from the Philippines. Okay. During the pre-Hispanic era in the Philippines, they prefer acetylation methods of food preparation were boiling, steaming, and roasting to the ingredients of the common dishes that obtained from locally raised livestock. These range from water buffaloes, calabaos, chicken, and pigs to various kinds of other seafood. 3200 BC, certain nations from southern China and to one settled the region is now called Philippines. They brought with them knowledge of rice cultivation and other farming practices, which increased the number of variety of edible dishes ingredients available to cooking. Filipinos may be confusing some people due to the being the hard to determine what actually is Filipino. Confusion occurs due to the consistency of growing faces. Filipino culture, Filipino has been constantly changing throughout history, gaining influence from various cultures, and inevitably has evolved. Filipino today has been shaped by history and society of many unique and affluent cultures. Influence from China, India, and Arabia have seen through Filipino foods, culture, the agriculture, trading, and the times. Okay. So here are the 10 famous dishes you must try from the Philippines. Adobo, we're going to be making this one on Tuesday next week. Okay, pork or chicken. It is so good. Okay, but it has a lot of soy sauce. Okay, pancit. We're also going to be making this one next week, Tuesday. Okay, Chinese traders were already doing business in the Philippines long before the Spanish came to the horizon. Their influences on the Filipino food spread far and wide, most notably in the noodle dish category known as pancit, derived from the Hokkien for something conventionally cooked. Okay. What else? Lumpia. Oh man, they are so good. Either dressed or naked. It's like sprinkled but filled with raw pork and potatoes, and it's deep fried and it's cooked. Kinalawa, raw fish magic. Regularly available fresh fish is one of the best things about visiting the Philippines beaches and adjoining cities. The locals have raised cooking fish into the art form, and one might argue that nothing comes close to the vinegar cooked ceviche, known as locally as kinilagua. This is the ceviche, fish cooked in vinegar. Balut. How would you guys like to have some balut? Anyone?
What's that?
Duck embryo.
I like that. That sounds good.
Balut has become a rite of passage for backpackers traveling to the Philippines. Many backpacker joints in Manila make, but what is balut? Exactly, it is nothing simpler than a fertilized duck egg. The embryo has been permitted to develop in the shell for at least 16 days before cooking. As the balut seller for a balut, no more than 18 days for its tastiest results. They say it tastes like hard cooked boiled egg. No, thank you. Inasal, rich roast chicken. Simple and straightforward. Okay. What else? Oh, in chicken, something about chicken. Okay. So in the Philippines, it was customary to chase and beat the chickens to death prior to 1986, because the Philippines consider that they thought the belief was by beating the chicken to death, it tenderized the meat and infused their meat with their blood, making it tastier.
Those people are sick.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, right? Sig, economic part transform. Through long practices, Filipinos have become geniuses of making the most of economy parts, or less than premium cuts or livestock. Nowhere this more obvious than Sig, a hash of pork cheek, pork face, and other parts that have been chopped up, mixed up with onion and fried. Served on a hot plate, sigsig is a bar chow sin cat known in most fashionable drinking spots. You're gonna do that anyway, in front of the table class. Kare, hearty peanut stew. Put beef tripe and oxtail in a peanut stew, garnish with vegetables and pair with rice. You'll get the Filipino home cooking favorite known as kare. Oh yeah. Lechon, again, is their version of the Kalua pig. Okay. And also halo ice baby. Ice is a relatively recent addition to the Filipino culinary scene, having arrived only in the advent of refrigeration in the early 1900s. Man, they go nuts, the halo. Halo is Filipino for mix, and mixed up several sweet treats along with the shaped ice, bananas in syrup, chewy sweet palm, jackfruit, mung beans, purple yam, among others, sometimes, but not always, topped with a scoop of ice cream. Oh yeah. Your menu for next week, Tuesday, we're gonna cover briefly. We're gonna make pancit. Gotta rehydrate the noodles, have your knife cuts, and you gotta go use the wok, okay? Pickled cucumber salad. Easy does it. You guys will think back to 201. And braised pork adobo. I'm going to marinate it on Thursday. Let us sit and marinate all over the weekend. I'm going to come back Tuesday. And the first thing I'm going to do is pop it in the oven for you guys, okay? Just like we did the Kalua pig. So that should be easy, okay? And that's it for this week. Any questions?
No, Chef, all good on my end.
Okay. Everyone else?